everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Danielle and I'm from KJ's Readings. So today's pick a card topic, we're just asking we're just asking what's coming your way this summer. I left it pretty open. I did pull some themed cards for each pile, so you can choose from the top card or also from the stone. We get into the readings. I am going to use some other oracle card decks, just getting more clarity around these sort of themed cards that have come through for you. And yeah, we're just going to kind of like see where the reading takes us. So anyways, that being said, I do just want to say here quickly that I am going to be offering a membership on YouTube starting June 15th, 2025. Pretty excited about it. So if you, it's like just like a way, I guess you can support me if you enjoy my readings. And I am going to be doing members only videos as well as some early access to some videos. And I'm going to do some extendeds for some of the general readings that I do for the channel. So I have had some comments where people like just wanted a little more information, but I just didn't have a lot of time to like add it to the videos. So it's just like an awesome way that I can just make it into a whole nother video, and then people who are like really feeling it have access to it. Yeah, so that being said, that's all I really have to mention for now. If we want to get into this card reading though, it's best if you just take a few deep breaths, really get grounded and centered with yourself. We just do this so that when you ask yourself if there's a message for you here, you're coming from a place of calm, centeredness, connection with all of yourself, essentially. And we're not coming from a place of fear, because we just always want to make sure we're getting the messages that are in your highest good, the most aligned with you. So the way you can do that is by just taking a few deep breaths in and out. Maybe closing your eyes, feeling into your body, feeling your feet on the floor, or if you're sitting down, like the feel of the chair, just really just getting embodied is how we do that. That helps us get grounded. And then opening your eyes when you're ready and just asking if there's a message here for you today. So that being said, pile one, your choice of stone is actually this stone that I've just found. Like I just like found it outside. It's super polished. I'm sure it is actually something. I just don't know what it is. And I just liked it, and it was so smooth. So I brought it with me. Yeah, and then the top card we have for you is the Mystical Shaman. And it has number 38 on it for those who like numbers for choosing. So that was pile one. Pile two is this piece of opalite. Or sorry, I think it's called opal. There we go, opal. And your card choice is the Curse, number 14. And moving on to pile three, we have this piece of lapis lazuli. Oh, it just wants to stare at the eyes on the other card. That makes sense though. It does automatically look for faces. The camera is what I'm talking about here. Okay, anyways, so lapis lazuli is pile three, or this top card which says Beauty Way. And it's number 4. All right, so if you felt drawn to one of these piles, I will see you in your card readings. And if not, don't sweat it. There's so many pick a cards on YouTube. Just take a few more deep breaths, ground yourself, and then just scroll through the YouTube options, and I'm sure there'll be a message for you out there. Okay, I'll see you shortly. Hello, pile one. So you chose this rock that I had found that I liked, that is smooth. I'm gonna put it over here. And the top card you chose is the Mystical Shaman. And I also did pull a couple more cards here. We have the Giveaway and the Hummingbird. Ooh, I just heard the other day that hummingbirds are known to be very protective and like warrior spirits. And I just really like that. I mean, I never heard that about hummingbirds before. as to me they're always like elegant and graceful, and like one of the animal card decks that I always use refers to them representing miracles and blessings. So that was always what I thought of them as, and when I heard of them as warriors, protective, I don't know, it just gave me another respect for the hummingbird. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to just start this reading by just talking about the themes that are coming through. And my intention is just to see these themes being what's coming forward for you during the summer months that are approaching, or whenever you're seeing this, the next few months that you have coming up. And then we'll pull some oracle cards to just get further guidance and clarity for you around the situation coming up. Okay. Sorry about that. My camera accidentally, like on the stand, fell over. So readjusted a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Okay, anyways, so I really like this for this pile. I wish I knew what this stone was, because I feel like you would have been drawn to this for a very intriguing reason. Other than the fact that I do like that it is like black, and most black stones are like clearing, overcoming the shadows, releasing shadows. And the mystical shaman kind of talks about, and maybe I'll read one of these cards from the guidebook actually, because I love the wording in the guidebook for the meanings of these things, of these cards, because I just feel like it's so well articulated. It's fairly short for a very deep message, so we'll just see which one I feel called to share, and I'll maybe do that for you after this. But the mystical shaman talks about kind of getting unstuck from the past. So you know how like during like the healing journey, there's a time where we have to just like be really deep in our shadow, and we can be really hard on ourselves, but it's also sometimes part of the process of like reflecting, really seeing where we've been held back. And what I like about this is like saying you're like done with that phase. You've done so much. You've done a really great job. I almost want to say this card feels like celebration time. Know that you actually have come so far, and it was hard. You were in your shadow a lot, but you did transform so many things. And kind of also with like the hummingbird and the giveaway card coming through here, it says like it's time now to stop like looking for things to, like, for lack of better words, fix about yourself or about your limiting beliefs, and just start identifying and being and living from the perspective you want to. So what do I mean by that? It's like, say you've worked so hard to not identify as being an anxious person or a scared person or an introverted person who just likes to stay home and can't handle social situations, when you really want to be more in, you want a bigger social circle, you want to get out more, you want to meet more new people. Instead of like reminding yourself that you're an introverted, socially awkward person, instead start saying, I'm like something different. Like, I am excited to meet people and live with more play today. Like something like that. It's just saying like the only thing left now is to put in the new identity, because you've worked so much on the wounds, where they've come from, why they've been like holding you back or constricting you from taking action. And this is all saying this summer, this next few months for you is about just like celebrating and living in the accomplishment of all that work. I'm not sure if I'm quite saying the message as eloquently as I feel like these cards are telling me it, but it's just like, it's so powerful. It's like congratulations, and like almost coming through as like, believe it now. Believe that you've actually done enough work to set yourself free from the limits that you have been trying to set yourself free from for so long. You're here. This day has arrived. That's what I want to say. This day has finally arrived. I don't know if you thought it ever would come, or if the work would ever be done. And you're right, there is always more layers to look at in different ways, but they're like, you need to let yourself be liberated. Stop looking for the things that are holding you back, because now you're in a time where you just need to step into it, allow yourself to receive. The giveaway talks about letting yourself just receive more, letting yourself like receive more joy, be in more joy, like get out there and live the life that you have done all this work for to live. Does that make sense? I hope it does. It's like, yeah, it's time to be in bliss, my friends. That's what this message is really saying. It's time to be in bliss. And I think you got the release stone because it's like, just maybe there's a need to just intentionally release the fear of finally being able to step into the joy that all this work was for. We're gonna pull some guidance cards on how to do that, but like right away I'm kind of getting like if you've been really called to do like a breath work course or workshop, that would be a really great way to like have someone support you and be there to coach you through releasing some things. Like, I don't know why it's like the Shaman card, I keep seeing like this person's breathing in or breathing out like a new version of themselves. So if you've been feeling called to that, this might just be the confirmation. Other things you could do, if there's just like a meditation for like stepping into the life you're wanting or something like that. Like, I just feel like there's like a little bit of intention of being like, that's right, I am like out of the working of this and into the living my truth of it. Does that make sense? I keep saying that. You can't answer me right now, unfortunately, so I hope it makes sense. Also, I feel so fidgety. Maybe this makes this pile nervous. I feel like, because you've gotten really good at doing work and doing work on yourself. And it's maybe more intimidating now to switch roles and actually go into joy and bliss and step into the actual path that you've been wanting. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I am going to first, before we pull more guidance cards, I'm going to read from the guidebook what the hummingbird means. Just because I just feel so intrigued by the hummingbird. Okay. Number 26. So we have the invitation of the hummingbird. It says, the buzzing you feel is the sound of your hummingbird wings preparing you to say yes to a new adventure. This is not the time to linger on what has gone wrong, but to trust in the rightness of the moment and take bold action. That's what's really coming through for me as the reader. Is it's time to take bold action and say yes to new adventure. Oh, I hope you're feeling that too. So it says, trust that success is assured. Even if you must face tests and challenges to reach your destination, know that all will be well because the all is in the small. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Hummingbirds are small, so all is in the small. Yeah, I also want to read the medicine of this card. So this mighty being comes to you. This mighty being comes to teach you stillness in motion and to trust your inner knowing that the sweetest nectar is assured. Failing to act when the moment is right can spoil your journey. If you feel your safety, comfort, or day-to-day survival are more important than saying yes to the invitation to explore the unknown, you will have to do more work you will have to work much harder to achieve what is being offered to you freely now. Still your mind, even in the midst of your very hectic schedule, and heed the gentle voice that calls you to test new wings. Yeah, it's so much about like putting down that load that you're constantly like, I feel like, say you have like a bunch of files where you're like, I want to look in deeper into this and why I'm doing this, and like my block around that, and it's like, put that file cabinet down for a moment, please, and just actually live a little. be free, be like, feel into this new body that you have is almost what I get, because I feel like you've really changed so much and it's time for you just to experience it a little, celebrate a little. If you've heard that expression, like you have to celebrate while you're on the journey, that's like, that feels like the message for this pile. Like, celebrate now. Celebrate now. You've come so far, you've done so much, and there's a lot of things wanting to come in for you. And the adventure, I think, is the perfect card, because when I see this feels like pleasure and joy, like just new things coming into you, and you just need to reach up your arms like this lady is and grasp a hold of it. Oh, might be hard to see. Yeah, she's reaching in. I don't know, it just feels so sacral, like just allowing, just being, experiencing, just for the joy. I mean, why else are you doing all this work, right? You've done so much. Why did you do it if not to experience joy? Okay, I'm just looking at my pile of cards here. Let's do, what does this pile want? Do you want some mermaids? Or do you want some fairies? Or do you want some energy cards. Ooh, this is taking a while. I'm so sorry. Why is this so hard for me to decide right now? Might be a little bit of this pile. Let's just do mermaids because they feel magical and these cards feel very magical. So magical mermaids it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask for you, pile 1. All in the light for that is good. What is coming your way this summer? What guidance do you need to know? What actions can you take? Anything that would be helpful for this pile, for knowing what's coming ahead. Let yourself receive. Have faith. Make a decision. Okay. We may pull a few more, but I'm just going to start with these. First off, lots of blue cards, my friends. You always kind of want to pay attention to which chakras are coming forward. The throat chakra. So that is really interesting. And I also like that we have let yourself receive, and that is like all this card here means, the giveaway card, where it's like literally about receiving. Your job is to receive. That is a full-time job. Maybe we'll end up reading this card at the end too. Maybe, yeah, I'm just gonna put this to the side so I remember to read it from the guidebook for you, for those who are like really needing to hear the words that the guidebook has. Let yourself receive, set yourself higher, set your sights higher, set yourself higher, that's so funny, and have faith. So this is kind of also furthering, explaining like this hummingbird card where it's saying like, I really cannot say this enough. You have worked so hard in your life, pile 1. You've worked so hard, and it's time to let yourself go on a bit of a vacation and receive the beautiful blessings and miracles that you have I almost want to say like killed yourself for, like worked so hard at for. It's just, I like there's an expression there, working yourself to death. Like I think like it's so funny, like I keep wanting to say those words. Like I feel like you just have pushed and pushed and pushed yourself so hard to get to where you are. It's just your time to let yourself really benefit from it. And I love this have faith card. It's saying like, we keep telling you, this is not going to be the first card reading or the first person or the first anything for you who said you're going to be successful. You're going to be fine. Like everything's going to work out for you. You've got this. Like, I feel like you just probably been getting this message almost on repeat lately. And it's like, you are not hearing it. You're not really receiving the message. Your success is guaranteed. That's what this card said. Your success is assured. It's guaranteed. You can't go wrong right now. The only way you can go wrong is by not stepping into the opportunities that are throwing themselves at you. So have faith that you are ready to receive, that you are deserving to receive, that you have worked so hard. Now the only part left is to receive it. That is the job you need to learn. To receive, to allow. Yeah. And set your sights higher. When I get from this card, is just like knowing that you really do deserve all these big dreams that you've had. And I wonder if this pile has gotten to a place where you work so hard and so long for something that you almost like forget why you're doing it. You're like for example, if someone asked you, if you were to win, or if you were just given or won $5 million tomorrow. I know some people have a hard time being like conceptualizing things, but say you got a winning lottery ticket, you found on the ground, you win $5 million. Okay, what would you do with it? And if you're like, you know what? I've got to think about that because I don't actually know. That's kind of like how I feel this is gone. Like you got your head so into like working through things that I think you might need to take a second to remember all the things you were doing it for, all the beautiful things you're wanting. And it's not that you don't have those things anymore. I think you just kind of forgot about that focus. So it's saying, just kind of like check in again. Know what it is that you're wanting and don't be afraid to ask for it. So say if you're single and you're like, I want an amazing person who gets me and I want all these things, and you're like, people are gonna tell me my standards are too high. It's like, well, maybe you need to set your standards even higher then. Or like, I just feel like it's almost like the universe is like, one up it. You already think you're asking for too much. We want you to one up it more. We want you to ask for a little bit more and do not feel bad about it because you're supposed to reach higher. Like this is like a Merkaba she's reaching for, which to me is like, I always associate that with like changing timelines, changing destinies, choosing the highest path that you want to be on, and knowing that it's possible in one of the many realities that is currently going on in the world. So I just feel like you are in such an empowering state. You are being asked to ask for even more. So if you've been feeling bad about it, I'm just going to repeat. It's saying you're not even asking for enough. Ask for more. Ask for more and it will be given to you. Okay, so I want to talk about this mother healing, because when I first saw the card, I was like, oh no, you're going to think that you're going to have to keep healing. It's not that you don't have any healing left. They just keep saying this is not the time to keep forcing healing. It's time to just be. So I feel like if this pile is literally a mother or a parent, it's talking about spending time with the family, with like just being and playing and enjoying and nurturing yourself. Like the mother healing, it just talks all about like the being and the experiencing, versus like if this had said father healing, it would feel like it would be talking more about that action, needing to take action to keep healing. So there's a bit of a double message here, because I feel like if you actually are a mother and you've been wanting more time with your family, this is really calling you to spend that time, but also just to go away from that like fix it, that more masculine active role, into the just presence and experience and being role. And then the protected cards, I just love this because it just keeps saying like, you are so safe. You are so safe right now. Like things are really working out for you, and it almost feels like magic. It maybe does feel like magic, because like I said, the hummingbird usually represents miracles and blessings, and I always feel like those are so largely attached to magic because it's like things we just didn't believe could ever happen, and then once they have, we're like, oh my gosh, this is like the most beautiful way things could have happened, and I couldn't have imagined it. So I just get like this is just like a little reassurance. If you're having some doubts or some lingering fears that maybe something will go wrong, it's saying you are like so safe right now. You're so safe. You're so watched over. The universe is like rooting for you right now. It's like, step into your bliss. Step into all that you want. We've got your back. We've got your back, and you're going to be exceptionally well. You're gonna be awesome. So then over here we have make a decision. Feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. So this is something that I was talking about, it's like needing to maybe just take time to actually like pause and be like, okay, what do I want to experience? What do I want to take action after? Because like I said, I feel like you've got so deep into doing the work that you just maybe lost a little bit of that like connection to the why. So come back to the why, and then like it says, make a choice on where you're feeling called to act, on what you're calling to bring in, and where you want to go. And there's also a thing here too where I'm seeing these people and I'm like, you've had a lot of different versions of yourself. So like you might be one of those people who's like, I feel like I've had like 100 lives in this one lifetime. And I feel like it's saying, and yeah, just like reevaluating, like, where did you start? What did this person want? Maybe how it changed. I don't know what I was trying to say there. How it changed. And then coming to the present you now and being like, does that still fit with what I want? Or what would I like? What do I want? The other thing I also can't help but notice is like, the water lilies and the lotuses in this card really standing out, which are all about transformation, coming into enlightenment, coming into clarity. And I just feel like there's something there for this pile. So yeah, maybe some of you have lily tattoos or water lily tattoos or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, it might just be a confirmation for you there. Okay, I kind of want to pull a card. It's called the Truth, I was gonna say Truth Seeker, but it's the Soul Truth Self-Awareness card deck. And they just have like really interesting little question prompts on it. And just because we're talking about how there might just be a need to reconnect with something within yourself about what you're wanting, I just would like to pull one of these cards for you, maybe two, just to see if there's any like guidance on a question to help prompt you to kind of getting to this clarity that maybe you are seeking. This pile one into here right now. Okay. Here we go. We didn't get two. So I have, am I focused on what I want most? Oh my gosh, guys. I love it when cards are freakishly accurate. I've never seen this one come out either, so that's awesome. Am I focused on what I want most? So when I was saying about making a decision and getting that clarity, I think this is literally the question to be asking yourself. It says, one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate on our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. So the action it gives you the option to look into today is what you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? Then prioritize. Ooh, I love that. Oh, this is Tony Robbins, my boy Tony. Oh, love Tony Robbins. If you've watched this channel for the last 2 years, he has made it on here a few times, or not literally in person. Oh my gosh, guys, that would be so cool. No, just like referencing him. He's just like, he has such a great way at conceptualizing like spiritual modalities and meditational modalities to people in a way where they don't even know they're receiving it. And I love it. So he's so great for people who are like intimidated to get into like meditation or like woo-woo stuff. And I think he's so intelligent. I really admire his intelligence and his way of simplifying concepts and making it as deliverable as possible. So anyways, your other question we have, to who am I comparing myself right now? This is a solar plexus card, so that's interesting. And it makes me feel like it's tied to the protection card, as they are both yellow. And just this, like the fear I was talking about with this one is about not being certain that everything will work out for you, that things will pan out, that something won't happen that sets you back or you get hurt. And for some reason, I'm actually really feeling like it's like maybe like inner child is like scared that past wounds and patterns might come forward again, or like, so if you're trying to attract in like new abundance or a new like relationship, I'm wondering if you're just, there's like that lingering fear that what if I don't see the red flags and I attract in the same thing in the past. I don't know, that might not be for everyone, but I'm kind of getting that. It just feels like a small lingering. I also want to be clear there, it's not a big one. It's just like kind of like that healthy amount, because you haven't experienced what you've been trying to experience. Does that make sense? So you still haven't, like your nervous system sometimes needs to learn through physical confirmation, and I feel like that's the part you're still missing, and that's what the universe is guiding you towards, is bring it in physically so that you can really feel and know that it's real and safe. Okay, so the question for this, it says, what you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and all that you want is within you. Today's soul action. Today, stop comparing and start creating. So this is actually making me think about something that comes up a fair amount with clients, I would say. Not every day, it's not quite that common, but a fair amount, is that we will make a friend or we will meet someone that inspires us so much and say we're more playful than we've ever been, we're more happy than we've ever been, we're more of something that we're wanting to be more of than we've ever been. And we start to think that it was because of that person that we experienced that. But what we don't know is that whatever is within us, if it also that other person has it, we activate it in each other. So whatever you have felt with someone else was always you. It was always within you. It was always yours. It's not something that can ever be lost because it is in your essence. And that person, like you did to them, just reminded you that it was there and that it existed and that you can tap into it. And that's such an empowering message that we sometimes just forget. So that's what's coming through for me when I look at this for you. Yeah, okay, we're getting pretty close to the end here. I'm just gonna ask for, just like as a little summaries or anything else pile one needs to know. I mean, it's funny, I asked what's coming your way for summer, and I'm always like, I hope I've answered this question, because I feel like I just kind of go with where the cards direct us. So yeah, maybe I'll just really be really intentional. What is coming in? Other than from what we've seen, blessings, like embracing everything you've worked for, calling in and allowing yourself to receive. I think maybe the reason why I haven't gone into specifics is because I feel like for this pile, there are very specific things that each individual here has tried to manifest in for a while, and you've done all this work for. And it's the time, this is the time it comes in. Like, I keep getting like just beautiful romances, beautiful family connection. So like if you are married and you have kids, it's like just having a level of emotional depth and availability and emotional intimacy with those family members that you haven't previously been able to have. Really being present, really connecting is like what's coming through strongly. Connection, connection, connection. Feeling seen, feeling like you are seeing them and they are seeing you back equally. It's like one of those energies, like when you feel it in your heart, it makes you cry more out of gratitude and like relief that it actually exists. I don't know if anyone else has that. So anyways, anything else this beautiful file needs to hear? What's coming their way? We have divine magic. Oh my gosh, thank you. This is just like exactly what it is. And I also love it when people get the back of the deck card, because I don't know, it just feels like you got the main energy of this deck. Divine magic. Extra magical energy surrounds your station right now, or sorry, your situation right now, your station right now. Interesting. I do wonder if someone's gonna get like an insane amount of abundance coming in, like money specifically. I mean, abundance I think in all forms has been coming up quite clearly, but I'm wondering if this is specifically talking about money. Expect miracles, which like I had started, hummingbirds mean miracles, and you got the hummingbird. Yeah, I love this. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. I almost want to leave it there because I want to keep, like, this card is just such a beautiful summary of everything that I wonder if anything else would, like, take away from it. But I am just getting, it's so important that you accept it in. You allow it in because it is all here for you, and the only thing stopping is you reaching up and grabbing it. Stepping into it, letting go of those reins of I need to fix things still, and being like, I just need to receive this because I've worked for this exact moment. Okay, my friends, I'm gonna leave it here. I wish you the best of luck, the most joy this summer. That's funny, and I just hope you really get clear on what you are wanting still. What is your heart's desire? What is your heart's desire? I hope you get clarity on that. Okay. All right, that's all I have for you. And I'll just say my little spiel as always. If you enjoyed this reading, I so appreciate it. If you leave a like or a comment, it helps this specific video get more views. If you like the channel, you can subscribe. That helps the whole channel. I am offering memberships where there'll be like, I think at least one extended reading a month and one members only video a month. I might do more than that, but I'm only guaranteeing that I'll do one of each month because, you know, some months get busy. And if you'd like the channel and you'd like to experience that, I'm starting it June 15th, 2025. Yeah, and otherwise, maybe I'll catch you around in another pick a card video. Hello, Pile 2. So you chose the piece of opal, which I'll put over here. Opal or opalite, not really sure. Can't remember the difference right now. And then we have the curse card, which you chose, number 14. It's funny because I was like, I wonder if people are going to be daunted by this card, but it actually has a very liberating feeling to me, actually. It feels like curse lifter, curse breaker, which sounds like super cool. We have the moon. And we have, oh gosh, the Andean cross. Cool. Which is number 2. Ooh, that feels interesting. Okay, so if you didn't see the intro, that's cool. We're just gonna essentially kind of look at what these cards mean as like the general theme of what's coming summer, like the lessons and themes. And then I'm gonna use some oracle cards just to clarify and get more guidance for you. And just any other details that want to come through. But for now, let's just start with what these cards are talking about. Okay, sorry about that, Pile 2s. My cat came in and decided to take a seat on the cards. So many cat hairs. Okay. Anywhom, so you came here for a reading, not to hear about cats. the card you chose was curse, and like I was saying, like curse breaker vibes. I was trying to figure out in my head, I was like, why does that sound so familiar? And then I was like, oh, if you've read the Court of Thorns series, they refer to one of the main characters as curse breaker all the time. And if you haven't, sorry for the spoiler. But that's like why I think I was like, why does it sound so Harry Potter like or something? It's because it's from a book. Okay. That's trending. FYI. Okay, so anyways, the curse breaker though, like the strong thing with this card, I mean, it does just say the curse, but I feel like it talks so strongly in this energy here for you about ancestral wounds and ancestral patterns playing out, and essentially like you coming in and breaking them. And maybe you've had this awareness that you are the one who's come to like not continue the cycles that your family has had a habit of repeating. So this is a really honorary card to come through. What I do find interesting with the moon, it does talk about a need to kind of just work more with like the energies that you have in and don't have sometimes. So how do I explain that? Like we all have our own like energy cycles. So like sometimes you're going to be more energetic and sometimes you're needing more rest. Sometimes you need more self-care. Sometimes you need more connection with the world. And in this card, it usually talks about, and actually even in this card a little bit, the Andean cross one, about there always just being some times where you just need to honor where your energy is at and what you're needing in the moment. This feels a little bit like possibly like what the family thing is. Like I wonder if your family has a hard time setting boundaries on energy, on giving, on like like what I'm seeing is like on value, like thinking that their value came from what they accomplished or something like that. Sorry, I feel like I'm not quite perfectly nailing it, but hopefully that just like that is similar enough to like what you all are going through that it makes sense. But this is talking about like, although it's like this is for what the summer coming ahead, you just feel like it's like really just honor yourself. Like if the day comes and you've planned like a kayaking trip, a trail run, and a staff meetup for dinner. It's like if you're exhausted, that day might burn you out for weeks. So it's saying like honor where you're at and be like, all right, reschedule or see if you can like change the activity. It's like you need to like honor what energy you have, and it's gonna ebb and flow, and that's okay. That's actually perfectly human. And when you honor it, everything for yourself becomes easier and more aligned. And I just feel like this is like tied to the family pattern in some way. So I feel like it's like productivity culture is a little bit what I'm getting for it. I'm blanking a little bit about what this card means. I don't know why. I guess usually it refers to like a great time of change. And like literally like a new like window or a new opportunity coming in, a new adventure, a newness. There we go. Essentially it's like a newness. But it does often talk about how you might have struggled with taking action because you might have a tendency to feel like you need to be overly prepared. There might be some like letting go of control stuff too with this card. Like I wouldn't be surprised as piles if your family resonates, that your family like was all about productivity. A lot of times we try to be overachievers. We try to like control as much about the outcome as we possibly can, but sometimes there's just variables you can't control, and we can get in this habit of being like, all right, did I make sure I have at least 100 of the things that could possibly go wrong or happen figured out? And it's like that sometimes can make you miss opportunities in your life. So it's like if you can learn to like listen to your body and like act when you actually have the energy to rest when you need to rest, then this will help you not feel so depleted and like uncertain of your capabilities when these opportunities come in. Because I almost feel like if you're so tired from like worrying and trying to figure out like all these other things all the time and doing all the things all the time, then like this opportunity comes in and you just don't have time or energy for it. Is a little bit what I'm getting for this. And it's kind of more about being in the state of being versus being in the state of doing. Yeah, which is it's just interesting. I'm like debating if I should read one of these from the guidebook. Which one would you want me to read? You know what? Last pile I read the middle card, so I'll read the middle card for you. So let's see. What does the moon card say in the guidebook? It just has very lovely wording. Here we go. It's so, what do we want? The medicine? I think we want the medicine. Okay. It just has, sorry, it has three options here. The essence, the invitation, and the medicine. And I think I want the medicine for you. So it says, this card calls you to go on a journey of renewal, just like the moon does every month. So you can get unstuck, whether from a specific situation or life in general. For this, you need to make time to be yourself without the distractions of modern society and have the courage to look at the unwanted or unembraced parts of your being until you arrive at a place of resolution. Shamanic lore explains that the finest treasures of humanity are hidden where people are most afraid to go. I like that. Makes me think of this quote where it's something like, I'm going to totally butcher it, pardon me for that, but it's something like, the cave we're most scared to enter is the one with the greatest rewards, or has the answer to our problems in, or something like that. And I just like, I feel like this card really embodies that. Where the most fear is our liberation. Because it's like, we know, we can sense that they're the greatness of seeing it, and it can sometimes make us nervous because we can sense a total change in our reality. And as humans, we're kind of taught to like predictability, patterns, you know, all that stuff. Okay, I also don't know why. I'm like, so I have a crystal card deck here, and I'm like, pile twos, for some reason you're needing a crystal card. And so we are going to look at why I'm being told to grab you a crystal card. So here we go. I'm just going to shuffle. Which crystal wants to come out for pile 2? What do they need to hear right now in love and light? Their heads, good. We have turquoise. We have earth element and perseverance. Ooh. So some communication, which is interesting. Number 12, which, I mean, you have a 1 and 2 here, so that's also interesting. I'm going to pull another one. Anything else? Pile 2 needs to here. Oh, I guess we'll go with these ones. We have adaptability and transition, moon. That's funny. You got another moon one, which is calcite. Lace agate, air element. Okay, adaptability. So what I find interesting, you have earth, earth and air, and moon, I was going to say water for some reason. So I do feel like anytime I see air, I always feel like needing to shift perspectives, like change things up. Because like wind, what does wind do? It just blows everything around and shifts a bunch of stuff. Like dirt will come up and be displaced. Things that are not needed will move places. I just get that, like need to be shaken up a little bit. So there might just be also a message here of like, this summer is going to shake things up. Like you're gonna like find yourself in some different types of situations than you previously have been. And it is to shake things up. It is to create new opportunities, new cycles, new things for you. Earth element does talk about staying grounded through it all, though, and especially since you have like some dominant red coming through in both these cards. It does talk about staying grounded and rooted. Actually helps with the fear and the nervousness of new things coming in. Sorry if you've watched my channel for a while and you've heard me say the same expression, but if you think about a tree that's well rooted in a crazy windstorm, no matter how much wind comes at it, it's very hard to knock down. But when the tree only has a couple of roots in the earth, the smallest breeze can knock it over. And this is kind of how humans are. When we're not grounded in ourselves, we actually are less rooted. We're less strong. We're less confident in who we are. We're less confident in our abilities, and naturally, like the human soul, when it's scared, will kind of like tuck its feet up, and then that kind of de-roots you, and it can make it easier to blow you around, rattle you. So This talks about staying grounded and rooted, because when you're rooted, you remember better. You remember better who you are. You feel strong in your body. You are strong in your confidence. And even if you're someone who doesn't feel like they have a lot, you still have more of a connection with yourself and feel more capable when you're rooted. So it's actually a really like funny way to be able to help get through fear and anxiety is by just re-grounding ourselves. So you might want to like make friends with a really good grounded meditation, some types of breathing that helps you stay rooted. I'm sure you've heard this before, so sorry if I'm repeating it for you again, but breath work is so big because it literally changes your physiological state. It changes your nervous system. When you take a few deep breaths in slowly down through the nose, all the way into the diaphragm or the stomach area, and exhale out the mouth, that's a full circle of breath. Your body starts to feel safe. It literally receives that as like being safe. So like you can literally trick your body into a calmer state of nervous system. And when that happens, like it just helps us feel less of that physiological fear. When we are nervous and scared and we're holding our breath, like that does put our body into fight or flight. So it's just like breath work is so big because it's like the way you can just physiologically make a change in your body and then start to go on, okay, what else is going on within me, and kind of just help you be more calm, even if you're still feeling some fear or nervousness, but feel more calm physiologically so you can kind of work through it and talk yourself through it. So that's why everyone always is preaching about it. I mean, at least that's why I'm always preaching about it. Yeah. Transitions. That says a lot here too. Perseverance, adaptability, and transitions. I think that's like just those are like going to be the themes of your summer. Being adaptable, sometimes feeling like the setbacks, feeling that fear, feeling uncertain, but still persevering and not letting it slow you down, because like it says, you're a curse breaker. You're going to make it through. You are not meant to be constricted or held back by these beliefs that maybe some of your family members have been dissuaded by or have been held back by. And transitions just is like that full circle of like, yes, you're going to make it through. You're going to make it through. You've got this. Also, I'm just noticing in this perseverance card, there's like roots growing out of the card. It might be hard to see because it's very faint. But I just love that. I feel like that's further clarification about that needing to really get strong in a groundedness practice. Even walking outside, spending time in nature, gardening, putting your hands in dirt and just mixing around, that can also help with getting grounded. I'm sure if you Google ways to get grounded, you're going to come up with a bunch of things. You're also going to get a lot of products like grounding sheets, mats, and all that. If you've been thinking you wanted to get one, then sure, take this as a confirmation. But there is a lot of free ways to get grounded. I just want you to know that. Okay, that being said, I am going to pull some oracle cards for you. Please ignore my impolite reach across. I think I want energy oracle cards for you. That's what I want. Feels like that is a good vibe. And we're just going to be asking for like some guidance, I think, for this pile on what some practical advice would be so that you can kind of get through this transition time as easy as possible, because I do feel like there is going to be some really great days for this pile and there's going to be some hard days. And I just feel like the more practice you get at knowing your self-care routine, your boundaries, honoring your energy levels, the easier it's going to become. And I do feel like that. I even feel like when I see the cycles of this moon, it's saying every month, every few weeks, you're going to start to get better and better at this. So just like hang in there, just keep hopeful. You're going to really learn like what is depleting you and how to like honor yourself more and more. So anyways, just asking for some guidance for pile 2 around how to stay balanced this summertime. That's really what the theme is staying balanced. We have mindfulness, peaceful presence, quiet mind. We've got devoted spirits with specific intentions, releasing difficulty, personal guide. Okay, you're getting a lot of starting meditational practice guidance here. I would say all. Sorry, I dropped a card. I'm just going to grab it here on the floor. Yikes. Look at that. This is the first one that came out, and it flew off the table. It says, learning a new path. I feel like that's the ultimate theme. And 8. 8 is such a divine number. It's all about like that. I always think of Kundalini energy, which is like transforming it, like pain into your absolute pleasure. Oh, I love this. This is a great card. It also talks a lot about like learning. Oh yes, it says learning. I was like teacher. It says teacher, but it's all about learning, and embracing. And also, if you look into the imagery more, there's like a spiral of energy coming down. And if you feel like you've been stuck in a circle, this is even confirmation that that circle is slowly, every time you do like a loop of it, it's going to actually take you a little bit out of it, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. And before you know it, like if you're only paying really like close, narrow attention to what's going on in the moment, you're not going to see by the end of it that you've made so much progress. You're all the way up here and you used to be down there. So I like this. I like this card. It's like you are actually spiraling out of something. You're not circling in it. So that's really cool. That means a lot of growth is heading your way. And like I was saying, like pain turns to pleasure for you. Pain turns to pleasure. So where maybe before you like dreaded something, like maybe you dreaded social circumstances, situations, all of a sudden they're going to be like the thing that brings you the most joy or something like that. But I'm definitely seeing like meditational practice being really, really beneficial. I feel strongly because of that like that groundedness aspect, but also getting clarity and like releasing, like just every time you go within yourself, you trust in yourself more, you embody that feeling you're wanting to embody, whatever intention you've set for that meditation a little bit more. So if you're someone who's like, I just don't know where to start with meditation, I would maybe suggest, if you are financially capable of it, or it's available to you, to look into a yoga studio that has a lot of yin practices or yoga nidra practices, and just going to those. So maybe they have one every other night, and every other night for a little bit you just go and you do like a yoga nidra practice. It is we're really looking for the gentle feminine energy, not the yang kind of energy in yoga. And I feel like that's going to really create this mindfulness practice for you. This embodiment practice. That's what I'm getting, like really getting embodied. I love this. I love this for you. And all of this is like connecting kind of with like the higher realms, with your higher self, with all of yourself, with your body. And that through this, that releases difficulty. Because I feel like you're like on a journey this summer to get stronger and stronger in who you are, until you see, like, you're like, why have I not just taken the door out of this place that I've been stuck? And then you're just going to take it. Like, it's just going to feel like there's no progress, and then bam, progress. Like, just, I don't know. So I guess what I keep getting for messages from these cards is like, you might not feel like you're taking a lot of growth, or you're having a lot of growth. Sorry, poor English structure there in in what I just said. Didn't make sense. You're not going to feel like you're taking great leaps. But then all of a sudden, just at like, I don't know, where you're going to take like 100 in one go. It's almost like you're standing waiting for the elevator, and then finally it comes and you just get to the top floor in seconds. That's what it's going to, I think, feel like for you. So if you're feeling frustrated, know that you're actually doing a lot more work. Just keep reminding yourself that you're doing a lot more work than you can perceive right now. Yeah. Anything else? Achievement. Look at that. Completion reward. Yeah, I keep getting that, like, you're going to make it. This isn't a question. You're going to get there. It's definitely, this exit to this stuckness is coming your way faster than you realize. Okay. For some reason, I'm also really wanting a reflective question card for you, pile twos. Do we want this one? It seems like your energy has been very chaotic lately, because everything I do is just like, it's just falling out. It's slapping all over the place. So, yeah, I actually want this. What can I burn? Whoa, that's an interesting card. So the suggestion is, make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? I love that. And then the little kind of like info it has up here about this card is, burn it. Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof in quotations, that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this for you guys. I almost want to read it again in case you weren't listening, but then I'm like, wait, you can just like rewind a little. It's okay. What can I burn? That's so, so good. Oh, so good. Okay. I was kind of wanting this top card, but I'll shuffle a few times, and if it wants to come out as well, then it will. Okay, what else does pile 2 need to hear? We have, who can I serve today? Yourself. So funny. Sorry, that's my own personal opinion. Okay, what it actually says is, in a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. The question it asks you, who needs you today? And the action you can take today, listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. It's really interesting. It feels like finding purpose to me a little bit in that card. Trying to find purpose. Ooh, all right, I'm gonna read this one too. Am I apologizing for my truth? And it says in the back, what part of you is apologizing for your truth? Why is it apologizing? And then the action step is, today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of you. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There is room for all of us. Today's mantra, courage is contagious. I love that mantra. Courage is contagious. You know what? And from my experience in mountain sports, or kind of, I guess, to some extreme sports, to others not extreme sports that I do, I always have to disclaim that because there's always someone who does more intense things than you. Courage is contagious. You find the courage or the bravery to do something, and everyone else in the group will follow. Yeah, they get inspired by the courage that others are willing to persevere through the fear. So that's awesome. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull one more card for this pile. What are we doing for time? 22 minutes. All right, that's not too bad. We're just gonna ask, just to sum up everything, what else does pile 2 need to hear right now about what's coming ahead for this summer? If you could sum it up in one card, what would it be? Karmic lessons, present assistance. Oh, that does sum it up. I mean, you literally did choose the card that was cursed, all about ancestral, karmic relationships, karmic ties, limiting beliefs, kind of what we come into the earth inheriting because of our family, our parents, like beliefs will kind of be whether literally birthed into us or taught to us. As everyone always debates which one is what and which. It's just saying that this is, I feel like, the summer of freedom. Seeing where they've held you back and learning what you need to do to let them go and not repeat the pattern. So that is a very powerful time ahead for you, which once again, I want to just reiterate, talks about following the energy. If you do not have enough energy for something, do not push through it. Take the rest you need when you need it. And live to fight another day. There we go. Okay, this is all I have for you, pile 2. I hope that this brought some clarity or some kind of benefit for you. My little spiel here at the end. If you didn't watch the intro, I always appreciate it if you leave a like or a comment, as it just helps this specific video get more views. If you like the channel and you subscribe, it supports the whole channel. And if you're wanting to get more card readings from me, I am starting a membership as of June 15th, 2025, where I'm only promising to do one members only video a month and early access to other videos that I have for the public, as well as one extended video that just goes off an extension of whatever main card reading I'm doing. I might do more than that, but I'm only promising one of each of those things a month. So anyways, if you're interested in that, that will be an option soon. Anyways, I hope you all have a good one. Great summer or couple of months ahead, and you just like honor yourselves. Have a good one. Hello, pile 3. So you chose the lapis lazuli, or the beautiful way card, number 4. Has like a dragonfly and I think a water lily in it. And then your other cards you have here is the medicine wheel and jaguar. So if you didn't watch the intro, that's totally okay. I'll just explain that we're kind of looking at the themes coming through for these cards, and then we'll pull some oracle cards for further guidance for you, and maybe some other cards, whatever I'm feeling called to. So lapis lazuli, I feel like I keep getting from this like having golden sight, and I also feel like seeing your efforts and your rewards reaped. It's very interesting. You know what? You kind of have a similar energy a bit to pile 1 in the sense like I just feel like the greatest and most beautiful blessings and things are coming your way. Like I just, like jaguar, this usually talks about old souls, kind of like seeing life from a really deep perspective, and having a clarity just about the human experience that a lot of other people never come into or ever see. We also have the hummingbird, which is also all about miracles, blessings, and things coming in. I mean, the medicine wheel is all about transformation. And I'm really getting like there's so much wisdom that comes from this pile, like really embracing the wisdom that you have experienced and learned. Same with the water lily, all about like, once again, I feel like experiencing life, like seeing that there is challenges and there is like some undesirable negative consequences and experiences that have come through, but like not letting that be the determinator of how you're going to live the rest of your future. Dragonfly, all about magic, and I feel like being set free is what I'm getting from this card. So like when I see overall themes for what's coming for you this summer and the next couple of months here for you, whenever you're watching this, is just like profound shifts. Bliss is what I get. Like having taken all this wisdom that you have and like I kind of was saying, reaping the rewards of it. And this feels a little multifaceted. So like I feel like the first card, the beauty way, talks about allowing yourself to be in an experiential process. So like what would be a good example? Like eating foods for the joy of it. Like if people are like, what does that mean? Like say you go and you spend like an extra $5 on something because the taste of it or the color of it is just calling to you. The vibrancy of the food is calling to you. Smelling things that just bring joy to you. Maybe being touched in ways that just feel good to you. Like just exploring the senses and doing it for no other purpose other than to enjoy the experience of it. The medicine wheel does talk about kind of seeing all these experiences that you've had. This feels like an acclamation to your growth. I don't even know what that means exactly, but that's the word they use, acclamation. They're giving me the word acclamation. So maybe that resonates with you or is confirming or confirmation for you. But I just feel like maybe this is like even updating so that you're ready to experience life. Because once again, there is quite a few differences from pile 1 and you, but there is just like this general energy of like seeing that you have done a lot of work, taking the lessons learned from that work and like setting foot in the world with this compiled experiences. I almost feel like this feels like a sage walking upon the world, like being like, I have learned so much and now it is my time to share it, to embody it, to live the truth I have come to learn. Ooh, it's just like I can't even quite articulate the amount of energy that is coming through this. Like it's such deep wisdom, soul wisdom coming through. Jaguar talks about knowing that you're like safe, you're protected, you are strong in who you are, you can handle yourself. You are like everything you need you have within you. This is like that embodiment of like you are fiery, but you are kind. You are perhaps timid, but you are also extroverted. It's like kind of like embodying all the duality. You have everything within you, like literally everything. Everything you see in the world exists within you, and everything you need in the world already exists within you. But then knowing that and choosing to go through experiences in life with it, I just like feel like this card is so powerful. So powerful. I actually kind of want to read both the Beauty Way and the Jaguar card. Just a little excerpt from it because they're very deep cards, and sometimes I find Human Danielle here can't articulate the power of the card's message, and sometimes I just need to read it from the guidebook. So I'm going to start with the Beauty Way here, and it talks about well, the invitation. It says the Beauty Way invites you to create beauty in your life and to recognize the beauty inside yourself and in others. Stop to smell the roses. Take a deep breath. Look up at the stars. Recognize the splendor that surrounds you. See the beauty in whatever situation you might find yourself in, and you will receive the lesson that life is teaching you in a kind and gentle way. Yeah. It also says stop trying to fix broken relationships. Recognize that things are exactly as they need to be in this moment and acknowledge the inherent beauty in that. When you understand this, you will be able to bring about the change you want. Do not engage in gossip about the darkness and flaws of others. Be careful not to be seduced by the superficial beauty of a project or relationship you're toying with unless you're willing to pay a price for it later. So that is the Beauty Way. And then the Jaguar card. Sorry, just finding it here. So, the Jaguar. It calls you to explore beyond the walls that confine you, to go outside your normal routine, to push your limits and boundaries. She is delivering an invitation from your own future to investigate the unknown, to venture into the mystery and the dark places you have been reluctant to explore. Toss all caution to the wind. Know that your Jaguar instinct will serve you well. And then the medicine, so it's like there's different sections. So it says the medicine this card brings is what in your life needs to be released. What have you carried around with you for too long? Which is ready to be let go of once and for all. Jaguar medicine is available to heal the fear so you can allow it to go. It's time to come out of the shadows and end the shadow games that you may have unconsciously agreed to play. Call on Jaguar to unfetter you from toxic relationships and recover your natural instinct for the right people and situations. Yeah, I really like this. This is like, there's some amazing shit happening for people in the upcoming couple of months. That's all I have to say after doing all these piles. It's so, like, I want to say, like, beautiful to see, like, people's lives changing, things changing for them. Yeah. Okay, funny enough, the next thing I actually want to do for this pile is actually pull a reflective card, and then I'm going to pull like oracle cards for guidance. But yeah, I actually want a reflective one first. So what does pile 3 need to hear right now? Love and light for their highest good. Am I willing? Oh, that's so interesting. I was going to try to flip it, and then I was like, no, I need to come out. So am I willing is the question. You are on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Oh, this is such a good card. I was like, I feel like you're on the edge of something great. I feel like you're an inch from stepping into it. But anyways, this card says, yes, there is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain, and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. So an action that it suggests is be brave, follow your heart's compass, and lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra, it's possible. Oh, this is so cute, guys. It's possible. This feels very Jaguar-y. This feels like this is what this Jaguar would say to you. Be brave. Oh, I love that. Okay, I want one more for you. One more for you, pile 3s. What do you need to hear? We have, what excuses am I making right now? And it says, no more waiting. There will be a good enough time. There'll never be a good enough time. The time is now. Soul action. If it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it even if you don't feel ready. Listen to your heart and you will be led. I love this. I love that. Okay. Let's pull some oracle cards for you. Let's see. What are you feeling, pile threes? I think you're feeling some angel vibes. Let me move these cards. This here. Yeah, we're gonna do some archangel cards because these ones are just classics and they're so good. So let's get some guidance on how can you kind of go through this with the most ease and what's coming your way. Compassion and clairvoyance. Okay. Counselor, clairaudience, the loved one, teaching, learning, clairsentience. Okay, it's very interesting. You're getting all the clairs right now. You have clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, anything else? Claircognizance. And passion. That's actually crazy. I don't know if I've ever done a reading, like ever. That's hundreds of readings, guys, just by the way. Just FYI. Hundreds of readings. I don't think I'm at thousands yet. I think I'm probably maybe at like 600 readings ever, but it still feels like a lot. But anyways, not thousands. Someday though. I've never seen this, like all the clairs come out. So that is very interesting. You know. This is what I keep getting. You know. Okay, so it's so funny. There's like some Hakomi training I've been doing where you just like repeat for someone else what they've been saying to themselves in their heads. And it can be like positive statements or it can sometimes be negative statements. And as I'm saying, I feel like I feel like I'm doing Hakomi on you. You know. I could just keep saying that because you do know. And maybe you just need to hear it outside of yourself to really feel the truth of that statement that you do know. Counselor, this is interesting. So I don't know why. So this card says you're naturally like more empathetic, you're more compassionate than maybe some other souls. And it's not to like throw shade at anyone, but like especially when it comes out with clairaudience, I feel like it's just saying like you are such a great listener. Okay, hear me. You're such a great listener. You remember what people have to say. You are present. You hear them. You really hear them. And that is so healing. People feel seen and heard. Ultimate woundings for people is not feeling seen, understood, or heard. And you definitely do that for people. When I'm seeing compassion, teaching and learning, passion, I feel like there's like a call to like, see your worth, friend. See your worth. You are so valuable, you're so treasured, and you have made such a change on this earth just by being you. I don't know why I feel like I need to comfort this pile in saying you've done so much. You've done so much. Don't question your value or what you've left this world with. You have done so much. I also do feel like there's some underlying messages too about like maybe this pile wanting to consider to get a counselor. That might look like a life coach. That might look like some type of psychologist or some type of therapy. I feel like this pile, it's like, you know what? Why don't you let yourself lighten the load a little bit? What if someone supported you? And I do feel like it's like someone who professionally is to support you, because I just feel like maybe there like could be a need to just not always feel like you need to reciprocate. This in a dynamic like that, the reciprocation is the fact that you're paying them and you just get to be unburdened. You just get to be unburdened. You get to be heard. You get to be seen in a safe way. There's a lot about like your light, letting your light shine through right now. So this person, it's just like, let yourself shine. Don't hold yourself back. And that might even be why like the counselor's coming through. But once again, I'm still seeing like you try to carry so much. And you don't, it's not all for you to carry. You're not responsible for everybody else, for everybody else's pain, for everyone else's shizzle nizzle. Anyways, yeah, I feel like if you chose this pile, there was a situation in your life that you were thinking of. That's what I keep getting, because all these cards are like very comforting to like like I would get for if there's a specific situation you had on your mind. Like over here it says, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So I feel like it's just like, I don't know what happened. I feel like maybe this pile got themselves stuck in a weird situation. I don't want to say you got yourself, but like I feel like maybe there is like some drama of some sort that you caught in the middle of, or accidentally got put in the middle of, or tried to like comfort one person in a situation and then it just like your intentions were misperceived. I just feel like there's like this energy of not being understood by some of the people around you. And when I see this here, it's like teaching and learning. It's like, just know that that's not always going to happen. Like, you learned a lot from this situation. And I even think that could be why counselor's also coming through. It's like, maybe you just need a third-party perspective to really bring clarity on how you even kind of got in this situation and how you can avoid it in future. And just some support and encouragement that, like, your actions and intentions were good. They were loving and unfortunately just got maybe misperceived. And having compassion for yourself around that. And then the beloved one, I love this, Archangel Shaman, which kind of comes in to cover this whole situation, is like, beautiful, aligned, understanding people who get you are going to come in. They are going to come in. He comes through. Some people will see it as a she. So he or she, however you see Archangel Shaman, is all about those aligned soulmates. Whether it's like in career, it's like perfect house, perfect perfect for you, I should say, friends, people who just see you for the core of who you are, and their wounds don't get in the way of how they see your true intentions. So it's like really lovely people coming in, really lovely situations coming in. And I feel like this was just like a lesson on trusting yourself, that you know who you are. You know who you are. And if someone else doesn't see that, that's not your fault. They're stuck in their own reality. They're kind of just projecting on you what they would have done in that situation. And you know who you are. It says, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers right now. What I like about this card, though, is I'm really being drawn to the fact that it says like you're at the top of the mountain. So if a situation recently happened and you feel really disheartened, like you're still repeating patterns or something, I keep getting like this was like the tip of the iceberg, in the sense that like this was the last one about it. This was just the one to cement how you were not going to let things unravel or have these types of people in your life. And that could even, once again, be the lapis lazuli coming through with golden clarity, seeing what was really yours and what was the other people's, and just knowing that you're not going to find yourself in these situations anymore, because you're starting to be able to identify what is aligned and what is not. And passion. You just feel like this is like, take your bags and leave. Leave these connections that just don't inspire passion and joy and playfulness in you, because there's better, and maybe you don't know what that looks like yet, but if you decide my standard is higher, I'm not going to tolerate this, you're going to find better. You're going to find better. Definitely. You got a great heart on you. Like I said, you're a very good listener. You make people feel seen, heard, and valued. You're going to find people who can do that for you. But you just need to leave some other relationships behind right now. That's coming through pretty clearly for me. Okay. I'm like this. I don't know. Sometimes when I do card readings, if I'm even answering the question you came here for, I just trust that whatever comes through is hopefully the answer you were actually needing. Yeah, I'm going to ask just for like another card to kind of summarize anything else you need to know right now, pile 3. Anything else? Prioritize. Archangel Metatron, focus on your own highest priorities and I will help you get organized and motivated. I love this. Once again, there's a forward moving card. So it's like there's so much about like it's time to leave places that are not deserving of you. And that's how I see it. They are not deserving of you. It's time for you to take your beautiful, extremely valuable energy and heart elsewhere. And Metatron talks all about like clearing out what does not serve you, what does not align with you, what does not get you, and taking your value and all of you are, and all that you are elsewhere where it is valued and cherished. So I feel like it's prioritize yourself, prioritize what you're wanting. And I keep getting for this pile that you really maybe haven't experienced what you're wanting to come in, and maybe you just keep going like, is it real? Is it possible? Does it exist out there? And I keep getting, yes, it does. It does, it does, it does. You just need to start walking on that journey, and you're going to find some friends. You're going to find all sorts of things that just start to align more. Okay, anything else? Anything else for pile 3? Creative writing and chakra clearing. Look at that. I was saying clearing, 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 clearing. So that is the thing. Sometimes it can help to literally clear ourselves. And I don't even feel like this is like, I know sometimes people really elaborate clearing because they're like other people's energy is stuck to you. For you, I actually feel like clearing like the negative thoughts you've had about yourself around the situation and these people. I feel like this is like clearing those sort of like, I don't like, they almost feel like self-hatred thoughts, like thoughts where you're like, you didn't do good enough, you didn't do this enough, blah, blah, blah. You know how we can just like harp on ourselves? This is like clearing that from you. Maybe clearing the ear chakras, but it does feel like all around. So if you're someone who's able or has the availability to go and get like acupuncture, Reiki, some kind of energy work, I would highly recommend even going to a sound bath. Actually, I feel like that could even work. Just getting a clearing. And creative writing, I feel like this is just talking about being able to write down on paper the things you couldn't say to people. And I'm getting very strongly from this pile, things like saying like I feel like you were just in a situation where you're so misperceived and so unheard by these friends or these people, however they are related to you. And it's just like saying what you would want to say to them and writing it down. Like, you really hurt me. You misperceived me. You saw me in a light that like that wasn't accurate for who I am. Like, you took my wounds and used them against me. I don't know. I'm just getting kind of stuff like that. Like, it feels like deep sadness, and just getting it out of your body by writing it down through some like journaling or release writing. Release writing is coming through strongly, or writing a letter to their higher self and then like burning the letter, setting that energy free. So yeah, if that resonates, then that's awesome. You should do that. If not, don't do it. It's totally cool. Okay, this is all I have for you, pile 3s. I hope this brought some sort of insights, clarities, kind of whatever you kind of came here looking for. And I just wish you the best. My little spiel that I always say, well, actually slightly different now. I am offering a membership for people who want it on YouTube, where I'm going to do at least one membership only video a month, and then at least one extended video for like extended onto like these general readings for anyone on YouTube. I'm only guaranteeing one of each a month in the membership, but I might do more if I have more time. I just can't commit to that. So I'm not promising anything. Yeah, and then other ways you can support my channel is if you like or leave a comment on this video. It helps this specific video get more views. If you subscribe to the channel, it helps the whole channel, which is awesome. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So I guess thank you for being here, giving me your time, and maybe I'll catch you in another card reading sometime.